guys, so today we're going to be doing a review on the book called Social Intelligence, The New Science of Success by Karl Albrecht. So this guy basically talks about social intelligence. I'll give you a quick summary of the book. So he introduces his theory of the different elements of what he thinks social intelligence is made up of. And then he uses an acronym called SPACE. And so for social intelligence, the elements are situational awareness. So that is your ability to basically observe a situation socially and quickly be aware of people's intentions, motivations, the social dynamics. You know, like, it's kind of like if you can sort of get a really accurate social vibe in an environment. Next is presence. Presence is your appearance, your body language, your tone of voice, basically like a lot of things that are first impression. And so, you know, the vibe that you give off to people. A is authenticity. So, you know, do you give off a trustworthy, transparent vibe, you know? Like, are you an authentic person? Talks about. Next is clarity. That is your ability to basically get others to cooperate with you. How skilled are you at that? And then the last one is empathy. How good are you at actually forging real connections with people? So he breaks down the space into chapters, so he does the 5 chapters for each element. Some of them I didn't really learn much from. The one that I learned the most from was the communication. He gave a bunch of techniques that I found quite interesting, that I was able to take away from this book. And one of them was just a different technique for communicating called E-prime. Basically E-prime, what that is you basically just, when you're speaking or writing a speech or something, you omit words like is, and, are, were, was, and their variations. Yet for some reason these words set up an unconscious tendency towards rigidity and dogmatism. What they mean is, I think what they mean by this type of talk is that you're imposing your viewpoint on somebody else. You're kind of limiting their ability to agree with you or not. So what you do is you replace something like Tom is always late for work with Tom comes to work late every day. So see how that's reworded there? Another one is Sue is a team leader. Sue works well with others. So what you're doing is instead of labeling things or people, you just talk about what they do, like the action or the behavior. And for some reason, people are a lot more open to that kind of communication. And again, that can help you communicate more clearly and like manage people well and get people to cooperate with you much, much easier. Another really good tip that he suggested was to always replace the word but with and. And totally, I don't know why I didn't think of this myself, but whenever you say the word but, like when you're arguing with somebody or when you're just even trying to tell someone something, it's always followed by something negative, always like with a disagreement or with an argument or with a criticism even. So just that word is automatically associated with negative connotations. So if you just completely omit that word from your talk, from your communication with people, I think it would make your communication much more clear, much more positive. So replace the but with and. He gives a very, very brief sort of practical techniques that you can use for strengthening empathy for people. And although brief, they are effective because I've seen what he's suggesting in other books that help people communicate and strengthen empathy. So I'll just go through that for you. So when you're trying to empathize with somebody, the first thing that you do, he uses another acronym. It's called LEAP, L-E-A-P. So L is listen. Obviously, I mean, like, that's a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people don't listen. So the second one is empathize. So you, again, try to like involve yourself emotionally and to really feel what they feel and to put yourself in their shoes so that you genuinely understand where this person is coming from. Ask. So this is a big one. Ask open-ended questions to get people to start talking, you know. A lot of times people just need to get things out and then they just feel better, and that is exactly what they needed, was to just get it all out to somebody. So ask open-ended questions to encourage them to express themselves. And the last one is to paraphrase, which means to repeat back what they're saying so that you confirmed that you have listened and understood, you know, their viewpoint and what they're trying to say. And it actually makes them feel better because it just lets them know that you really did listen to them, at least enough to the point where you can repeat back what they're saying. So yeah, that is a really, really short acronym that you can use. You can use this for conflict resolution, which is awesome. So I took that away from this book. And he goes on to talk about how you can use the concepts that he's outlined about social intelligence for the workplace, for conflict resolution, for assessing your own social intelligence for yourself. He gives you different tests to take and things like that in the book. So yeah, it was a good book. Honestly, I don't think this was like the best book ever. I thought it was just okay. Like a lot of the chapters I felt were just kind of filled up, like filler chapters almost. Like I didn't really get anything in too much in depth. And maybe that's just my preference in terms of reading nonfiction, but if you're gonna want to pick this up, get a used version, because I think that there's so many other better books out there that you can get a lot more information out of. You know, I'm not trying to like criticize the author or anything like that, but I just thought this book was okay. So that's my opinion. If you guys have read this book, or you know, you just want to know more about it, feel free to comment and, you know, let me know what you think, because that is why I'm making this video, because I don't have anybody to talk to about books. So it'd be cool if you guys could comment, let me know. And yeah, that's my review for this. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.